Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all really well. Oh, that needs straightening up, doesn't it? That's a bit annoying. I hope you're all really well. Welcome to another video. Hopefully you would have all seen my welcome back video and sort of just a little bit of everything video, as I'm going to call it. And yeah, so I think this will be the second video that goes out since my YouTube return, reprise, whatever you want to call it. So welcome if you are new here, and welcome back if you are a returning viewer or subscriber. My name's Elisha. I am 35 years old. I have two little boys. Well, they're not so little anymore, to be fair. Tommy is 5 and Oxley is 3 in May. So yeah, it's a very busy life here, very busy life. But my channel will bring you all things, you know, motherhood, like raw, honest motherhood. Just, yeah, all the different things that are going on in my life. I'm going to be bringing you this weight loss journey. I'm going to be sharing with you about a possible ADHD diagnosis pathway. There will be hauls, but just less than there was on my channel before. There will be, you know, day in the life, days out with us, like just a bit of everything. So yeah, if you just want like raw, honest motherhood life, then this is the channel for you, hopefully. And if you don't follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I would have linked them down below. So please do follow me over there as well. But before we get into this video, first off, if you haven't, please do subscribe. But I do just want to say that this is not an ad. This is not me forcing you or in any way, shape or form saying that I think anyone has to go on Mounjaro, because that's how I achieve my weight loss. This is just my journey of my weight loss whilst being on Mounjaro, and I'm just going to give you sort of my honest opinions, the honest side effects, honest costings. I do have discount codes from the people that I have purchased from before. I will put them in the discount box, in the description box down below. If it's something you want to do, then please do use those codes. It saves you money. So they're there if you want them. If you don't want them, don't think this is me saying, I've got a discount code, you must use it. If you want to start this journey, it is down there. So again, I just want to say this is not me saying Mounjaro is the only way to do it. It's just the way I have done it, and it has worked for me. But yeah, I just wanted to say this is not like an ad or anything like that. It's just I want to share my journey with you, and an honest journey. So yeah, let's get into it. So yes, I have lost quite a bit of weight. I will insert the picture like here that made me want to go on Mounjaro. I just looked at it and thought, holy shit, like that's not how I saw myself. But when I saw the picture, I was like, whoa girl, we need to sort this out. And at the time, Mounjaro was kind of very prevalent in like the online world. It was everywhere. Like, it's not as everywhere now, I don't think, but it was on every TikTok you swiped on, like it was there. And I took about probably 4 weeks to decide that that's what I wanted to do. So I did order like my first pen. I used someone's code. I didn't even inject it straight away. Believe it or not, I literally had it sat in my fridge, and then one weekend I was like, right, we're just gonna do it. So at the point of filming, I am still on it. I did think I would be off of it by now. I'm on my last pen. So usually you would inject once a week. And because I'm on my maintenance dose, which is the 2.5 dose, which is also the starting dose, I am now going, I'm not injecting every week. I will inject like every sort of 10 to 14 days. So I think I've got another 2 doses left. So within the next month, I will be off of it. So yeah, I have already shown you the picture of what made me want to do it. So I did start on the 2.5. I think I bought the starter kit. I got the 2.5 and the 5 because it was a bit cheaper, and I got the discount off of it as well. Now when I first started it, the first week was like, that weekend I took it, I thought I was dying. Like, I literally thought I had like the sweats, then I had the shivers, like I had a headache. I was out of it. Like, thank God Adam was like on it, because like I couldn't parent really. So if you are a parent and you want to go on it, I would take that into account. Like, it will knock you out, like, for a bit. Like, for that first day or second day, like, I slept on the sofa because I was like, I can't have anyone near me, I can't do this. Like, I felt sick. I wouldn't say it upset my belly straight away, but I definitely felt nauseous. It definitely had a hint of early pregnancy to it. It's the best way I can describe it if you have been pregnant. It definitely had that very early pregnancy, nauseous, tired, oh my God feeling. So the 2.5, I think before the price hike, was around £129, maybe 139. So I think I would have got like £40 off of that. So I would have paid just under £100. 5 milligrams was actually my worst. So I stayed on 2.5 for a month, and then I had done 2 months of the 5. I hated the 5. The 5 was the one that made me feel literally nauseous all the time. Like, all the time. And then it really upset my stomach, if you know what I mean. Like, I just always had to like know where the nearest toilet was, essentially. I was like, whoa. I remember going to London with my mum. I took her to see The Devil Wears Prada at the theatre, and we were in, I think it was Liberty, and she was looking at some skincare, and I just was like, oh my God. And I was just like, I don't know this shop, but it literally doesn't give you any, like, we're all honest here, so I want everyone to have like an honest version of someone's journey. Usually if you need to go to the toilet, there's a definite, oh, I think I might need to go, oh, I think something might be happening. You don't get that grace with Mounjaro. It's very much like, oh my God, it's literally about to come, like, out, like, oh my God. So yeah, that's not fun. I would say the food noise with the 5 was definitely better than the 2.5. It's also something to say that when you do start taking it, the food noise does disappear, like within like 24, 48 hours. Like, I just was not thinking about food. And that was the part I didn't actually believe would happen. I was like, oh, everyone's being so silly. Like, there's no way, it just disappears. And oh my God, it disappears. So I stayed on the 5 for 2 months. And then I think I was ready to go up and just see if the 7.5 was better or actually worse, because the 5 just felt horrible. But I'd seen a lot of people on the journey saying actually 7.5 didn't have as many side effects. So I was like, okay, that sounds interesting, because it's a higher dose, but you're telling me it doesn't have as much side effects. So I was like, okay. So I did try that, which was, I think, the 5 milligrams I think was about 139 before the price hike. And then I think the 7.5 was about £159 before the price hike and any discounts. I always managed to get mine on a discount as well, which was always quite good. But yeah, they were still very expensive before the price hike, let me tell you. But yeah, the 7.5 was actually my favourite dose. The food noise was just non-existent. I quite literally could have survived. I mean, I couldn't have, but I felt like I literally could have survived off of Pepsi Max and thinner. Like, if the times I needed to eat were the times where I was like, oh, I don't actually feel too well. Like, I would stand up and be like, oh my God, because I hadn't eaten. But my body just, because the food noise went, I just didn't think about food. Like, and it's so funny that you have to almost train yourself to have to eat rather than want to eat. So I found that quite interesting, and I was spending a lot of time in London as well, going to see a lot of theatre shows last year when I was at the height of like my 7.5. And I remember one day Adam was like, well, where do you want to eat? And I was like, I don't care, like you just pick somewhere. I don't want to eat anywhere, I just have to eat somewhere. And he was like, oh god, this is weird. Like usually I'd be like, no, we're going here, we're gonna go to Nando's, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And I was like, I don't care, like just pick somewhere and I will eat there, like it's fine, I will eat there. So yeah, I tended to eat like a little bit of sushi to keep me going, and obviously I would always have like drinks and stuff. I'm definitely like drank more, and I didn't really have a reaction to fizzy drinks. A lot of people said they had a reaction to fizzy drinks and I didn't, thank God, because it was quite literally a lot of times what I would survive on. But what else have I had? One of my other side effects, which I've still got now, is like the sulfur burps or the eggy burps. They are not fun whatsoever. But in the grand scheme of things it's fine, but they are just not pleasant. I don't really get like the upset stomach anymore, which is quite nice. It will be rare, so when it does happen I'm like, oh god. But yeah, once I got to, I think it was around Christmas or just before Christmas, I started coming down on the doses. So when the price hike did happen, I did buy, like I stockpiled, I think I brought 4 or 5 pens, and was like, right, so I got them at the old price, so I carried on with that. So I think I bought 2 like 7.5s, a 5 and a 2.5, I think, because I knew I was going to start coming down off the doses anyway. And then I think my doses would have run out literally over Christmas, and I was like, I don't really feel comfortable coming off of this over Christmas. So I did buy another pen, or maybe another 2 pens, maybe. Maybe another one, oh I don't know. I think as I was spacing them out, it might have just been another one. So this will be my last pen. I haven't ordered another, and quite frankly, like, as much as I'm like, I can't be on it forever, I can't, well, I can afford it. Like, I'm not trying to boast that I'm rich. I'm absolutely not rich. I basically am using what I would spend on going out for dinner all the time with people, and stuff like that. I'm no like worse off, if that makes sense. Like, I just, obviously because I don't like want like big meals and stuff, I don't really go out for dinner anymore. So all that money that I would usually use to be like, oh, I'm going out with my friends, or like me and Adam would go out, like that's the money that went towards Manjaro. It's really expensive now. The price hike has gone up. I think the 2.5 now is £169, which is obviously £10 more expensive than the original 7.5 like price. So and because I tend to stay with the same provider, I didn't get discounts on that or anything. I think there was one in the new year which was like £50 off, and it took everything in me not to order another one. I was like, oh, I could just order another one, and I thought no, because otherwise you're just never going to come off of it. So it's very expensive. Like, I don't take that away from it. It is so expensive, and I am quite looking forward to having that sort of money back. Last month, obviously the money I would use, I've actually put into one of my Monzo pots to do stuff with the kids, like Christmas 2026. We're going to do a couple of things in London, so I've actually put that money in there so that I just didn't like waste it and be like, oh my god, this money's come back, let me spend it. I've actually popped it in a pot for us to do something like really fun, and I'm going to do that for the next couple of months so that I've got that money like there, and then after that, like, I'll obviously just let it go back into my account, if that makes sense. Let it just sort of like, I do worry about putting the weight back on. That was one of the questions someone asked me on my Instagram, so we will come to that. One thing I will say actually before we get into the questions is, please, if you like suffer with any sort of medical like ailments or anything like that, Do seek medical advice before you go on it. You can see if you can get it through your own GP. I got it online, not like dodgy online. I got it like from a reputable brand online. But I don't have any medical like ailments like wrong with me. Make sure you also look at like what supplements would work best for you. I wasn't very good at that. Like, again, I think as well you need to take into account that because your head doesn't want to take anything in, like your mouth is basically like shut off from the world. Even taking supplements or having like a protein shake was like, I found really hard. So make sure like before you start that you're getting all your supplements ready. I would say get them ready before, which was probably my mistake. I didn't get them ready before because you won't be in the headspace to even think about them once you start, because it means you've got to eat something or you've got to drink something and your head will be like, oh, I don't want to do that. So I would get them ready before. But yeah, do seek advice if you take any other medications or anything like that, just to make sure that you are going to be okay to take it. And I think that was kind of everything that I was going to say. The questions I had was, when did I inject? Like, when did I find was best? I injected either on a Monday or Tuesday. Sometimes I would inject on a Monday night because I work in the office on Tuesdays, so it kind of forced me to get up and just kind of get on with it. But when it got really bad, like on the 5 for example, I did swap to Tuesdays, so I would do the day in the office and then I knew I was working at home for 2 days, so like if I just didn't feel well, I'd be in my trackies just working. I'd still be working. I never actually had any time off, but I could just sort of be like, ugh, and I just didn't have to be in the office or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question. The other question I had was, where did I inject? My first ever injection I done in my arm, which I found did work. The second time I done it in my leg. I found I may as well have injected water. And then from then on I've just done it in my stomach. Like, the stomach just worked for me, so I've just kind of carried on. I might do it in my arm though this week, maybe I will do that. We shall see. But yeah, that's where I injected it. But they are the 3 sites that they tell you to inject anyways. Am I worried about coming off of it? Yes, absolutely. A lot of people around me say, well, you didn't change your eating habits, and it was like, well, I did, in the sense of I learned how to eat differently. I was never going to, even on Manjaro, I was never going to be the girl that like had 3 salads a week or like really had loads of fruit and vegetables, because that just isn't me. And that's not attainable and or sustainable for me. But it was about, if I go to Nando's, I don't have to order a burger and 3 sides for an adult meal, which is what I was doing. I can just order a kid's meal and that will still fill me up. And also it's cheaper. Or, when I go to McDonald's, it doesn't have to be a large meal with an extra burger, which was what I was also doing. It can just be a medium meal. And it's usually a chicken meal at the minute, because a lot of the beef stuff actually upsets me. So yeah, I do have that. So yeah, I am worried about coming off it and the food noise coming back. I've already sort of made a little bit of expectation in my head of like, I don't doubt by the summer I will probably be back on it. But I did also want to come off of it as well, because I have started, which this will be a separate video, but I have also started my ADHD pathway for a possible diagnosis. I may not have it. If I did have it, there is a certain medication, should they medicate you, that it has an appetite suppressant in it. So I was a bit like, well, I can't, if they do diagnose me, I can't be on Manjaro and then add medication with an appetite suppressant in it, because like I'll never eat. So that was also a reason why I thought, oh god, sorry, Adam's just messaged me about doing something which I haven't done, so we better wrap this up. yeah, so I was conscious that I wanted to try and come off of it just in case for that anyway. So maybe I won't go back on it. If I do get medicated on that certain medication, then I kind of have it through that anyway. But obviously on here, I'll always be honest. If I do go back on it, I will tell you. I'm not going to hide like from it. Someone did ask, I don't want to know your starting weight, but I want to know how much you've lost. And I have lost 5 stone and 5 pounds. The pounds over the 5 stone kind of fluctuate every so often, depending on whether I'm like on my period and it's time of the month. I always know that like time of the month I don't lose anything. That week I just don't lose. So if you are a woman about to take it, don't be disheartened by that, because that was quite normal for me. So yeah, it does fluctuate obviously depending on throughout the day when you weigh yourself. So I've lost over 5 stone. Sometimes it's 5 stone 5, sometimes it's 5 stone 4, sometimes it's 5 stone 3.5. But I am sitting around that mark, and I don't know that it's going to go like up to 5.5 stone or anything like that. But we'll say officially I have lost 5 stone. So yeah, I don't know that I've ever shared my original weight, but I'm not going to, I don't think. But I have lost 5 stone. And I've gone from, in Primark, I was originally a size extra large, and I now fit into small in most things. She says I'm about to do a Primark haul at some point where the top was medium, but it was just the making of the top. But I would let that dishearten me. I'm not. It's just how it was made. It's not a reflection of my body shape or anything now. I also don't know how to dress myself. That's another thing I didn't really take into account. I am, this sounds really wanky what I'm about to say, but I am probably still a fat girl trapped in a skinny girl's body. I don't see myself as skinny now, so when I'm trying to dress for being skinnier, I don't know how to do that, because I'm so used to dressing in like hoodies, like oversized hoodies and leggings to cover everything up, that I just don't know how to dress. Like me wearing this cardigan, it's actually quite short, so sometimes if I lift up, like you can see a bit of my belly. My belly's not flat by any like ways or means, but I would never wear anything like this. So it really is a learning curve to do like the whole wardrobe changeover as well. Like you just don't know how to dress yourself anymore, because I think it takes a long time for your mind to catch up with the loss of the weight. So yeah, definitely take that into account. You won't know how to dress for a long time. I've been on it 10 months, 11 months now, and yeah, I just don't know how to dress, quite frankly. But yeah, you will catch up, and like don't spend loads of money. I would just buy cheap stuff from Primark. I mean, I say that Primark isn't that cheap anymore, but I would just go and buy a few essentials from Primark, because you buy them and then you're like, oh, I made the mistake. I was like, oh, I've definitely gone down a dress, like a size. So I went and bought loads of trousers from Primark. I bought them in like every colour. I think I bought them in like 3 or 4 pairs, and they were in a large. I'm now a small. What was the point? Like, what was the point? I mean, they're still in my wardrobe, but you know, you're just like, why did I do that? Just buy a couple of pairs of trousers and a couple of tops, especially like if you work from home, no one's going to see you. At home, at first, I just wore all my like bigger clothes. I would wear my hoodies that were like drowning me, because I was just like, there is no point going and spending all this money and sinking it all into buying a whole new wardrobe when I might lose more. It's only when I've now sort of realised that I was sort of stabling and trailing off on the weight loss that I've then gone and been like, right, I actually need to go and buy some clothes that fit, guys. So yeah, and I still do buy hoodies. I've bought like quite a few Blakely hoodies, but they are obviously smaller. They are in a size either small or medium, depending on which kind of make they are, if they're knitted or like the normal hoodies, or the jumpers, because the jumpers I'd be a small in. I have got medium in one and it actually drowns me. So yeah, just be mindful of like dressing for your new body and still dressing for you. Like, yeah, I would just be mindful of that. But because Mounjaro is expensive in itself, you don't want to be wasting your money on clothes that you're only going to be wearing for like a few weeks. But yeah, I hope you found this really, really helpful. Again, this isn't me saying you should go on Mounjaro or forcing anyone to go on Mounjaro. I just found that I looked into it and this was the way that I wanted, the route I wanted to go down, and it has worked for me. Now, if anyone does have any questions of anything I have not covered, please do leave your question down in the comments box and I will respond to it. Like, honestly, ask whatever you want. I will be honest and I will respond. So if you do have any questions, or if you didn't want to do it in the comments box, do just go to my Instagram and just slide me a DM and I will respond that way. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I hope this was helpful if you have been thinking about it. I will leave the discount codes below. I think they are still valid, so I will leave them down below. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, just come to me. Like, honestly, you can ask me anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it like informative. Even if you're not thinking about going on it, I hope you found it informative. And yeah, just I hope you've enjoyed following like my journey with it all. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go because I have to go and put our dinner in the slow cooker. And I was meant to do it about 40 minutes ago and I haven't. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that now. And then I'm gonna be popping out. So yeah, I should have sat a bit more forward. There was a bit more light there, wasn't there? But yeah, I will catch up with you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do or did, please do consider subscribing. You just click the button underneath this video. It is totally free and literally is just a few clicks. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video.